Chelsea 3, Luton 0. Raheem Sterling gets a brace, and everybody told me he was finished. Everybody told me he was finished. Look, I'm not going to say Raheem Sterling is the saviour of Chelsea Football Club, but Raheem Sterling is nowhere near the problem. 2 goals for Raheem, 1 goal for Nicholas Jackson after a disappointing night. Chelsea get their first 3 points under Maurizio Pochettino. The performance wasn't the best, but I'm telling you now, everybody is exaggerating. Welcome to Kavkas Reacts. Welcome to Chatting Breeze. Let's break this down. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and in today's video, we are going to break it down. We're going to break it down the performance where Chelsea beat Luton 3-0. It was very convincing. However, there could have been more in the performance where we could have taken away a little bit more confidence in our control of the game, but the chances were there. We should have scored many more. We will break down the game. Before we get into that, a little bit of cleaning work that we have to do, all right? Number 1, hit the like button. You need to be celebrating today. We don't see wins often, right? And this is one of those times where we actually saw a win. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel because you're going to love this channel. You made it this far. Evidently, you're enjoying what I'm bringing to the table. And finally, at the end of the video, there is going to be a link to the video I posted today about Romelu Lukaku leaving Chelsea, Andreas Santos getting a loan, and Trevor Chalobah going back to see Thomas Tuchel and going back on loan over there. I'll break it down into nice details. I hope you lot enjoy it. But now, buckle up and let's get into we need to start with the good because there's an awful lot of positives today. Positive number 1, Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling has been getting an awful lot of criticism, and Raheem Sterling has deserved some of the criticism because he hasn't been playing up to par. However, today Raheem Sterling, like against West Ham, highlighted the quality he has in this team, the experience he has in his team, how he doesn't get flustered in difficult situations. And in this situation, he grabbed himself 2 fantastic goals and he grabbed himself an assist. But what really impressed me with Raheem, 5 chances today. And I'm telling you now, Raheem Sterling had 5 chances, 3 in the first 20 minutes. 1 where the ball went out to him on an overload. He cut in and there was a shot that was blocked by the defender. Otherwise it was going in. A second opportunity where he tested the goalkeeper. And a third one where he scored an absolute golazo. And when I tell you it was a golazo, I mean it was a beautiful goal. Malo Gusto gets an assist for it, but I don't know how you can call that an assist. Because Raheem Sterling on the right hand side picks up the ball, dribble past 1, dribble past 2, comes back onto his left foot. Beautiful little simple finish, and he deserved all the luck he got in that situation purely based on his aggressiveness and the way he attacked the defender. In the second half, we started off like a steam train. We started off and Poch definitely gave him a nice little earful because what I really noticed there was that Raheem Sterling came out with aggression. Raheem Sterling had 1 opportunity where, in my opinion, Raheem had to do better. He did not finish it. But the 5th chance he had, wow. The goal that he scored was wonderful. And purely based on the fact that Raheem links up with Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto crosses it across. Raheem's just there waiting for it. Manchester City-esque. Lovely slot. And I honestly could not be happier for him. He gets a good assist where he crosses it to Jackson and Jackson gets a goal. And Jackson needed that goal, by the way. And that's another positive from today. Jackson gets onto the score sheet. Jackson had 3 shots in the second half where he was literally trying to sting the keeper's hand. It was on the left-hand side, the ball drops to him. First time shot. Second time shot. People are going to get frustrated by that. Not me. Listen, I need a shooter. My number 9 needs to be shooting. He needs to be shooting on sight. And in this case, he did exactly that. I'm very happy to see what we saw from him. Number 2, he got a nice tap in and it makes me happy. What I love to see as well is Malo Gusto shining. With Reece James out, I thought, you know what, Malo Gusto has to step up now. And against West Ham, he looked very competent, very good defensively. Today, against the low block, he was a very good outlet. Carries the ball well, plays 1-2s, willing runner, strong defensively, recovers well, and crosses the ball very well. We didn't see the crosses in the other games. And I even questioned, I was like, some of these scouting reports said he was good attackingly, but defensively worrying. And I'm seeing the opposite. But today, we saw quality in the final third. Good volume of crossing, picks and chooses when he's going to cross, and it's a composed cross. It's not somewhere where he's panicking. Malo Gusto is not an issue for Chelsea. We need to calm down and we need to not put too much pressure on him, but I'm really impressed with what we're seeing from him. Levi Colwill, by the way, at the back. Playing next to Thiago Silva, age 39, and Disasi, it can be difficult. purely based on the fact that, look, Thiago is a very good player and had a very good performance today, but you need to almost be ready to recover for him. Same way as you playing with Disasi. And you saw Colwell's experience, even though he has none. Like, he's 20 years old, 19 years old, but he's had 2 seasons of football and one last year at Brighton, and he just reads the game so well. Beautiful on the ball passing. There was only one way he tried it with his right foot. It was never wrong. He forced it. Other than that, everything was well curled. He got Jackson through one-on-one once with a beautiful left foot curler. It's literally becoming trademark Levi Colwill. Good recovery defending. Made one little mistake as well where he mistimed it. It was on the 40th minute. The guy got on the other side of him. He recovered very well, didn't dive in. Ben Chilwell gave it away. We gave away a corner. It's a little bit risky, but it's fine. Like, we can live with that. He's young, he's learning, he's developing. All round, I'm very happy with him. And then the 3 positives in the midfield. I'm not the biggest fan of Conor Gallagher, and I'm not going to sit here and say he had a fantastic game, but I'm fair. If I'm anything, I am fair, and I say when I see something. I think Conor stepped in very well today. Conor will not be a starter in this team. Conor is not a starter. Conor's only playing due to injury. And for me, what I saw from Conor Gallagher today was competence. I saw him more comfortable than playing in the 6. He played in the 8. He got into the box a few times, had a one-shot wait. On another day, he scores. Few times he got caught in possession, but it's not his game. Reality is he needs to be further up that pitch, and he had a competent game. Caicedo did some amazing tackles, and you could really see what Chelsea purchased in the sense that recovers the ball well, starts attacks quickly, carries the ball well, receives the ball under pressure, can beat the press. He just looked tidy. I wouldn't say he had a great game, but I'd say he had a tidy game. The person that had a great game in the second half on the decisive factors was Enzo Fernandez. Every chance we seem to create always comes through him. When he fixes his finishing, I think we're going to have one heck of a player on our hands. Because today, he doesn't get an assist, right? But if you see that third goal, he just no-look past it into an area where Sterling knew it was coming. I don't know how Sterling knew, but it worked. And it was such a prolific pass. The ability of Enzo Fernandez, the hustle, the drive, I love to see. All round, you're starting to see why he's worth the money he's worth and why Caicedo's worth the money he's worth. We're going to have a phenomenal midfield. I can't wait to see Lavia come into that 6, and then you get Caicedo in the Gallagher role, and then you get Enzo in the Enzo role, in the double 8s. And it's going to work beautifully. I'm very excited to see this. I can't wait. I am going to be a little bit critical, and the bad needs to be spoken about. I'm not being negative, I'm being honest. We're here to review the game. We were very wasteful. And on another day, we are in big trouble because Gusto's block goes into the bottom corner and it's 1-1, and we're panicking trying to get the win when it was 1-1. But we need to start finishing our dinner because Raheem missed 3 sitters, like 3 good chances. Ben Chilwell ran through one-on-one and opted to pass the ball right and didn't execute it properly. We had Jackson shooting for fun. We had Enzo skying the ball over the bar. We had multiple opportunities to kill this game. 3-0 is an understatement. It should have been way more. It should have been more convincing, and it should have been something that Chelsea should have said, you know what, here's 6, hold that. But it wasn't, but it's fine. We also had spells in the game where, in my opinion, we took our foot off the gas. And against good teams, we will get punished. From the 30th to the 45th minute, it was a 50-50 game. Luton were fully in that game. Then from the 55th minute to around about 65th, Luton were in the game. Luton even had opportunity. Luton had their first shot on target. Luton actually pressed. And I know you're going to say it's a Premier League side, Alex. You don't need to be so negative. We're aiming for perfection. You spend 900 million in 18 months. You spend that kind of money, I expect you to be building to win a league. Teams that build to win a league control games. I'm not saying don't concede goals ever. I'm not saying be super dominant. I'm saying control games. And we're not controlling enough games, in my opinion. And today, yes, 3-0 is convincing, but it should have been more. And we should have been better. Ben Chilwell on that left-hand side, I don't like it. And I'll tell you exactly why I don't like it. He feels out of place. He's technically not good enough to play in that position. He can't receive the ball in a half space, and it's not his fault. I'm blaming Pochettino. Pochettino is insisting on playing him there purely based on the fact that he doesn't trust any of our wingers, and it was evident. Noni Madueke didn't even make it onto the pitch. Doesn't trust Mikhailo Mudryk there. We already know that, but he's injured. So for me, you need to ask yourself, do we need to go get another forward? Do we need to go get another forward to play on that left-hand side? And if we do, what happens to Benny Boy? Does he go back to left back? Cucurella can't touch the pitch. It's really damning that Ben Chilwell's performance today was really highlighted in the first half where he wasn't getting on the ball. We weren't looking for him. We weren't attacking down that left-hand side. We need to fix something there. I'm not saying he's a horrible player. Please don't take it. But I think his performance today was poor. I did not like it. You look at Disasi as well. I'm worried about Disasi. A lot of people have said already that you don't like Disasi. It's nothing to do with I like him or not. I'm basing his performance. I feel like for a guy that came in that was really touted to be strong and imposing and someone that can have a good ball playing ability, Disasi is very shaky, and Disasi classes are going to become regular things if we aren't careful. Because for me, the reality is Disasi's ability on the ball, long passes, very good. You can really see he can break the lines, phenomenal. But short passes, he panics. He doesn't trust himself in pace. One-on-one foot races, he's terrible. He's always trying to grab on someone. Instead of just cleaning up a mess, he tries to make it into a scrap. And you saw their striker was enjoying it. Morris and the other guy were literally trying to pick on him, but they just lacked quality to get the ball there. And we were really struggling. And I think Disasi needs to wake up and improve, because at the moment he is cover, but he's going to be playing a lot purely based on the fact that Fofana's out for such a period of time. Hopefully Badiashile is back quickly because we need him to play. The ugly is the bench. Guys, a lot of people said you spent 900 million and that's your bench. Guys, we got 8 injuries. 8 injuries to individuals that are going to make up either the first team or the bench. We've got Raheem, Reece James not playing. Gusto would be on that bench. That looks stronger. We've got Mudryk that's not playing. We've got Nkunku that would be starting, hence someone drops onto the bench. We've got Chukwuemeka out. We've got so many players. We've got 9 players that are out. Wesley Fofana out for a considerable period of time. Badiashile out. So do not get demoralized. Do not get upset with the fact that our bench looks weak, because I don't think it's weak. I just think we've got 8 injuries and it takes your toll. It really does. Yes, we have 2 keepers. And finally, Poch doesn't trust the 4-2-3-1. And it's evident. And why he doesn't trust it, it's because he doesn't trust our wingers to do their responsibilities defensively. And if you look at the successful teams, Manchester City's, Arsenal's at this moment in time in style of play, their wingers put in a heck of a lot of shift. And you can see Raheem Sterling puts in a good shift. We need on the other side either Noni or Mudryk to start learning and being tactically disciplined enough. That will come with development, that will come with coaching, and we will see that with time. But otherwise, guys, I hope you guys are positive and happy because we picked up 3 points. We're on 4 now. We're on our way, in my opinion, to hopefully 80 points this year. We've got 6 goals in 3 games. We've conceded 2 goals in 3 games. All in all, we got our first clean sheet. Positives, happy days, very good performance from me on FPL as well. Got Gusto and Colwell, so love it. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and go watch the earlier video today. And let me know in the comments below if you've done that. Peace out, I'm out.